I would recommend that people start going on strike and that people protest and make demands on government and on companies alike to increase the minimum wage. Our experience in the United States was that until people were willing to walk off the job, that it was not part of the mainstream conversation. And once fast food workers, airport workers, childcare workers, and home care workers started taking to the streets and demanding $15 in a union, that's when things began to change. Well, in the United States, we have a very sad story that unions used to be very strong, and they helped create a vibrant, robust middle class in the 20th century. But beginning in the 1970s, unions started losing power very quickly, and as a result, today 93% of American workers in the private sector are not protected by a union contract. The challenge for us right now is to try to rebuild worker power in the United States. And because without workers having power, then we're going to see more of what we've seen with stagnant wages and the cost of social benefits being transferred onto workers. You have to advocate, you have to organize, workers have to go on strike, people have to protest, my belief is that change really only comes if you have power, and power generally comes through the exercise of disruptive force or the credible threat of the exercise of disruptive force. Because when workers don't have money in their pockets, they really don't make very good customers or very good taxpayers. So low wages are a long-term threat to economic growth. The United States has different minimum wage rates in different parts of the country. China has over 1,000 different minimum wage rates based on the county that people live in. So it's not uncommon at all for a country to see different wages based either on geography or on sector. I would want to consult with Mexican economists and I think these are decisions your country has to make for themselves. But what I can say for sure is that it's never good when workers lose 75% of their purchasing power, because that means that they are going to be, that means that the economy is less inclusive and will grow more slowly. Because when customers don't have money to spend, then businesses don't have customers, and they can't provide, then they won't have jobs and they won't be making things. So it's a virtuous cycle of demand that starts with workers gaining more spending power.